Good afternoon everyone. I'm back in Kent today and I'm on my own doing a little solo circular day walk in the lovely little village of Chilham. It's on the North Downs Way, so when I do the North Downs Way project next year, I'm going to be passing through this way, so I'm really looking forward to sort of checking it out and seeing what it has to offer. A lot of history around here again. It's Christmas Eve today at the time of filming this, so this video will probably come out sort of around the New Year sort of time, who knows. So the walk is once again from this Kent year-round walks book. It's from the winter section, as of course we are in winter at the moment, and it's the final winter walk in the chapter. It's a 4-mile walk, so it's not that far really, and we're starting here at Taylor's Hill free car park. Really useful car park to know if you want to do a wild camp round here and that sort of thing. You can park free overnight. There's bins, there's toilets, there's picnic benches, information boards. It's pretty good. It's my kind of car park. Whatever that means. We're going to need, to accompany the book, we're going to need OS Explorer map 137, Ashford, Headcorn, Chilham and Y. I've also got a new style British Army 12-hour ration pack. Some interesting food in it and stuff in the menu. I've had a little peek inside, but I'll show you more later on in the walk. So I've got the stuff in the back. You know what I'm going to say. Enough talking, let's get walking. There are many wonderful historic buildings to be seen on this walk through the stunning countryside of the North Downs. The route starts in Chilham, one of the prettiest villages in England, which has featured in many period dramas on screen and television. We pass Dane Street House, which dates mainly from the early 18th century, and later a lovely timbered house on the right. We've arrived in this lovely forest just on the outskirts of Godmersham Park, and we've climbed up a little way. Sort of, it's chalk sort of got loose stones and wet leaves underfoot, so it's a little bit slippery. And yeah, it was a bit of a little steep section, nothing too bad. It's actually all good training for the North Downs Way. It's going to be sort of similar terrain, that sort of thing. So yeah, we've come across this woodland, and I reckon it's time to stop and have something to eat, lighten the load a little bit. I have got my Ration review metal tray that was kindly given to me by Andy from Kent Survival a while ago. He stopped using it, so it's a celebrity item, that you could say. So I've got that. I've got, you know, 2 litres of water with me, quite a few bits and pieces, so it'd be good to sort of lighten the load and stop for a little bit. So we're going to head off into the woods somewhere, and yeah, sit down and have a look at this ration pack and see what's in it and try it out. I'm starving now. I've had breakfast, but my metabolism of a 12-year-old has just burnt through that. Okay, let's see. We've sort of got, I think, horse chestnuts and stuff on one side, and then we've got pine trees on the other side. So what should we pick? It's a really nice sound of the wind blowing through the trees up above us. They all look pretty stable. I don't think there's any chance of deadfall. We'll keep an eye out though. Anyway, I think let's head over this way. Well, I found this little spot deep in the woods here to sit on this log. Seems a nice little spot to stop. So the ration pack in question, I've opened it already, so I've had to put it in this bag for now. Ration pack in question, I think it's a United Nations one, because this is a Hindu menu number 1. It's a patrol combat ration pack, and it's got a good date code on it, the 5th 2020, but these things last a lot longer than that, as we all know. It weighs 0.9 kilos, and it's got French and English on it. So I think it's designed to be a 12-hour pack, and I believe sort of they're doing away with like the boxes and stuff like that, especially I think because this is like part of the British Army still, this one, and yeah, they're doing away with the cardboard boxes to save space and weight, and they're all coming in like these brown bags now. The 24-hour ones, it's a bigger bag, and these 12-hour ones are like this, so they're kind of like an MRE style sort of size, I think. So the contents are, in no particular order, we've got an apple bun, so like an apple turnover sort of thing that you can have hot or cold. We have our main meal, which has got a nice gusset bottom to it, and that is chicken meatballs with pasta. I'm really looking forward to trying that out. That sounds quite interesting. So that's a 350 gram pouch. We have a flameless ration heater, or FRH, which we will use, and we'll probably finish it off with the stove of choice today, which is, I believe, I'll have to have a look for my stove first. I've got, here it is, got my Outkit titanium pots and mugs. I've just got a BCB Fire Dragon gel fuel stove, and I've got, I don't know if that's Vango gel fuel. It's cheaper anyway, it's like the green bioethanol stuff. and it's not bad, it still burns pretty well, it's a lot cheaper. I've also got my little fold up Esbit triangle with some Esbit cubes in it as well, so we'll probably have both things running just to sort of speed up cooking times. I don't think there's a hell of a lot to cook in this. There are no hot drinks in it, so I have included a hot chocolate and a coffee because it's winter, I want a hot drink. So back to the contents. We've also got some mixed nuts in a little bag. Might be 53 grams. Then we have a protein drink powder. It's apple flavour, so I'm guessing this is not going to have milk in it. It's going to be like a watery sort of one. Although it says actually it's got whey protein, cow's milk, stuff like that in it. Yeah, it's got milk in it. Allergen advice. So kind of apple flavoured milk. That's going to be an interesting flavour. We'll see. To be fair, I've had protein shakes that are like apple crumble flavour, so it should be fine. It could be quite nice actually. Then we've got some dental chewing gum. This is, it doesn't actually say whether it's spearmint or, no it doesn't. Let's see if it says it on the menu, on the contents list. No, it doesn't at all. Okay, interesting, just dental gum. Then you get like the menu and like the questionnaire thing they get the army to fill out and stuff. Then there's a fruit flavoured isotonic drink powder. It doesn't say what fruit. Oh, orange flavour on the back there. Excellent. So I'll probably have that for the rest of the walk, you know, back to the car. Then we have, what is that? That's a little packet of salt, iodised salt. And then that is probably going to be pepper. Yeah, a little packet of pepper, so just for adding flavour to your main meal. Then we've got a little square block of chocolate, candy bar with chocolate flavouring, or choco-block bar. Then we also have a little fruit sweet, like a, not nougat, but like a fruit pastel sort of sweet that you get in the French ration packs, and they're usually really good, I like them. And then finally we have a caramel flavoured cereal bar. And that's the food. And then you get an accessory packet as well, which I've opened. So with these, you don't get like a spork, you actually get a knife, fork and spoon set. And they're okay, they're not bad. They're sort of not too flimsy. I don't think they're going to melt. In fact, I've tested them out before because Mark had a set of these on a camp and I stirred a hot drink or something with them and it didn't melt, so that's good. Then in the accessory pack there's like a plastic bag for your rubbish or collecting water, I guess, if you needed to. There's a little pack of tissue paper, just 10 little sheets, so they kind of got the idea from the American MREs, I'm guessing. You get 2 wet wipes and you get 4 water purification tablets as well, and that is it. Yeah, right, I'm going to get all of this set up. You know what I'm going to say, enough yakking, let's get snacking. Well, there we go, that's it all laid out on the tray. So let's start off with doing our FRH, sticking that main meal in. So what we can also do, we'll stick the cinnamon bun in there as well, just to warm that through a little bit. Cinnamon bun, I mean apple bun, sorry. They all taste the same though anyway. Okay, and we'll leave that to do its thing. Put it to one side. Okay, first off, let's get out our snacks. So we've got this caramel cereal bar. Yep, it's pretty much sort of standard, very similar to what they normally like in previous ration packs. Next thing, we'll get these nuts out. So it looks like we've got some peanuts, some almonds, cashews. These things produce a hell of a lot of rubbish, I find. And then next thing is our fruit sweet, the jelly sweet, whatever you want to call it. That was quite a loud gunshot, that's a bit concerning. There we go, that looks lovely. And then next up we'll open up the chock-a-block bar. And yeah, that looks like that's dark chocolate to me, hopefully you can see that. Got our salt and pepper and water purification tablets. Probably not going to need them, so I'll put them to one side. Save some space. We've got our wet wipes, we'll definitely need them. Things always get messy. And then we've got our chewing gum. And there, so you get 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces. Oh, it's a shame to waste that, really. That's a really good thick bag. Oh, the FRH is going off behind me, blimey. Suddenly it's just roared into life. There we go, that's kicking off. God. It was really quiet and then suddenly, boom! Yeah, it's a really solid bag that. Easily fit, you know, a litre or 2 in there of water if you needed to. But we don't today. I think we'll have to start making up our drinks as well. 500ml of water. I'm probably not going to make it up with that much. I'm just going to put it in my little out kit mug, which is about 400ml, I think. Oh, it smells really nice. You get quite a generous portion as well. Wow, hell of a lot. See how much protein it's got in it as well. 20 grams is about usual, yeah. It's quite high in carbohydrates. Yeah, it's designed, you know, for soldiers burning calories and stuff. Sugar's 46 grams. This is per 100 grams. And the pack is 56 grams, so basically half of all this. So actually, you only get about, what, 10 grams of protein, just over 10 grams of protein in it. I suppose you're making the rest up with things like the chicken meatballs and pasta, stuff like that, the nuts as well. Give it a little stir first, then we'll add some more water to it. You know, got quite a froth on it, this. I really want to try this out straight away. It's the thing I was most curious about when I was reading the menu list. I was like, apple protein powder, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, there we go, there's still a few bits left in it. And let's tilt you up, hello. And, oh, it just smells like apple juice. It's got like an artificial milky taste to it. You know, definitely apple. Kind of a vanilla taste to it as well. I really like it personally. Most people probably hate it. I mean, it's not as good as a proper protein shake made with like milk, but still, this is pretty good. It's like a milky apple taste to it. I don't mind that. I could easily drink that. Very nice indeed. Next thing, try out the fruit sweet. Not sure what flavour it is, we'll soon find out. It could be like blackcurrant or strawberry. I think it's strawberry. Don't think it's blackcurrant. It's good. It's very nice. Very dense and chewy. Give you a good little energy boost, that would. Next thing, let's try out the nuts, which are going to be pretty bland. Not got any salt or anything like that on them, just basic nuts. Healthy, in other words. There's nothing you can really mix them into in this ration pack, so it'd just be a handy little thing to snack on when you're walking. Let's have a look at one of our wet wipes, which I accidentally spilt some water on. So the packaging's a bit damp. They're quite thin, they are quite wet. They don't really seem to have a smell to them either. Not a lot you can really say about a wet wipe, is there? Let's be honest. Although they're not all created equally, as I've found out with ration packs, but no, that's alright, does the job. Next thing, let's have a look at the chock-a-block bar. Got quite a cocoa-y taste. It's not very bitter, so it's probably not a really strong, like, high percentage dark chocolate, but that's okay, because I'm not a massive fan of things like Bourneville. Although if it's chocolate, I'll eat it. I wouldn't say it's overly cheap tasting chocolate. It's sort of mid-range, actually. I mean, it's hardly Thornton's, but it's not like some of the really cheap stuff you get in ration packs. It's actually quite good. I'm not fussy when it comes to chocolate, though. Like I say, I'll eat pretty much any chocolate. We'll try out the caramel cereal bar. And it's just like all the other caramel cereal bars I've had in ration packs. Yes, it has got an artificial kind of processed taste to it, but I don't mind that. I think they're really nice. You know, very sweet, a little bit sticky, but I've got no complaints about it. I think they're really nice. The next thing we're going to have a look at is the fruit flavoured isotonic drink powder. This one being orange flavour. I've run out of clear bottles or mugs. Actually, tell a lie, we've got a mug here. Bought 2 mugs out because I knew there's like multiple drink options in these packs. Where is it? In fact, I've got quite a few pots with me, I'm not going to lie. Right. It's always good to be prepared. Okay. So it's probably the same again, about 500 ml of water you want. But the mugs are 400 ml. Oh, now it says orange, but it's got like a pink colour to it. Don't know if you probably can't see that. I don't want to spill it. God, I don't know if that smells like orange. Let's pour it in there. Yeah, it doesn't smell like orange, but it says orange on the packet. Trust me. Orange near the top centre of the screen. Your witnesses. Right. Well, we'll soon find out. The proof's in the tasting. Yeah, that is coming out a dark pink, almost a purple colour. That's the most purple looking orange flavoured drink I've ever seen. Could be like blackcurrant or something. Hey, look at that. It doesn't look very orange, does it? Okay. I don't know what that taste is. It's nice. I like it. It's sort of, I don't know, maybe it's tricking my mind because it said orange. It tastes orange, but it's not. It's got to be like a forest fruits or a blackcurrant, but it's very weak.
very weak. It's sort of halfway between like a blackcurrant, dark fruit flavour and orange for some reason. So out of the two, I actually prefer the apple protein drink. I mean, it has got like, they've both got like a film forming on top of them, but it's good. That milky apple taste is just, it's quite bizarre, but it works. It actually works. I'm not going to bother reviewing the chewing gum, I'll just have that on the walk, but yeah, I don't know what flavour it is anyway. We'll have a quick look at our tissue paper because we're probably going to need that. Everything's got tear notches on it, which is good. Yep, it's basic tissue paper. It's probably enough to like mop up food and water, but there's probably not enough to wipe your arse with, unless you're Sheryl Crow, if anyone remembers that. I reckon it's time to get the main meal out and the sort of main dessert. Yeah, it was a good FRH that. So we've got our main meal. It feels fairly warm. It could do with being a bit warmer, I'm not going to lie. So I'll probably whack that on the stove just to heat it through a bit more, and then I'll have water for a hot drink as well. Happy days.
Hey.
These like discarded FRHs, well, they're still retaining a lot of heat, and of course the heating element inside is basically the same sort of thing that you'd get in those little disposable hand warmers. So in effect, once you've finished with your FRH, just pour the water out and then wrap it up, and you could stick that in your pocket and it could sort of give you a bit of warmth. Don't know how long it'd last for, maybe not as long as the usual hand warmers and stuff, but it's an idea, isn't it, really? I mean, at night I suppose you could stick it in the bottom of your sleeping bag, it'd work quite well. I don't know, it's just an idea. If anyone that watches my videos has like served in the army or armed forces and stuff before, and has come across ration packs and FRHs, do let me know if that is something that you used to do, or you knew people that used to do that. I don't know, but still could be an idea. Anyway, next thing we're going to have a look at before it gets too cold is the apple bun turnover thing. Probably going to be exactly the same as they usually are. Yeah, it don't look that much different really. Comes with an oxygen absorber which we'll get rid of. There we go. I absolutely love these things. They are one of the best things to come out of a ration pack. That is heaven. Oh, I think the apple ones are the best. The apple and the cinnamon ones, well, I think they've all got a little bit of cinnamon in, and just heat them up or warm them up in your FRH and they are so good. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolute winner. Okay, temperature has really dropped a bit. Just heard a couple of really loud gunshots, like shotguns, there we go. And I think they're getting closer, so I'm going to finish this review off, but I think I'm going to have to move, just in case they are coming through this way. A, I don't want to get shot, and B, I don't want to get in trouble with people with guns, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to pack up and carry on walking, and I can eat as I'm walking along, and we'll find somewhere to stop just off the footpath. It's better that way. Apologies, probably going to be a bit of a shit review, but yeah, just got to think of safety really, and not getting caught either, because I'm not in the most discreet of colours. So just to be on the safe side, alright? Thought I'd keep you informed. Well, I'm back out of the woods. I literally legged it through there, and I was struggling to put the gel fuel stove out, and in the end I just sort of picked it up and just chucked it on the tray and just carried it out with me while it was on fire. Luckily everything's wet round here, so if I'd have dropped it, it wouldn't have caught. Yeah, oh, that was a little bit freaky, that was, because I could start to hear people, and then like gunshots and stuff, and they were loud. They were really loud shotgun blasts, and you could hear like the crack of the gun. So, oh, yeah, legged it out there. Nearly tripped over a couple of times. I think I've poured the blackcurrant or whatever, the fruit flavoured drink, whatever it was. I've poured that back in my bottle. Still got the protein one. I'll still finish the review. Don't see this on Steve 1989, do you? Mate, you should go outside more, honestly, and do reviews. There's a jungle out there. No, I love Steve. It's such a good channel, and his reviews are impeccable. They're amazing. But he still doesn't get shot at. I didn't get shot at, you know what I mean anyway. So I just had to grab the stove and just leg it. Well, I'm not risking it. It's weird because the gunshots have stopped now. Maybe they knew I was there and they were sort of firing a few shots just to sort of say, get out of the area. I don't know, but me personally, I don't agree with any sort of gun use. Guns just don't appeal to me. I know this is going to trigger a few people. I don't really get hunting, really, or clay pigeon shooting, just anything that involves guns. They just don't appeal to me, and I don't think we really need them, except in extreme circumstances, you know, like authorities. I think, you know, armed police, I get that, terrorist police, soldiers of course, but farmers, everyday folk, stuff like that, using guns, especially guns for sport and pleasure or leisure, I just don't get it. It don't seem right. And especially when you're hunting animals for fun, things like that. I can understand for food, you know, I'm not a vegetarian or anything. I'm about to have chicken meatballs. That's how much chicken's in them is a different matter, but yeah, I just don't agree with guns and killing stuff for fun. Fox hunting, don't agree with it. Stuff like that, really. Yeah. You can argue all you want in the comments with me about it. I'll just block you and delete your comments. Just don't appeal to me. Someone will end up getting hurt. It's time for the main meal then. It's a little bit cold, I'm not going to lie. That's a tomato sauce. There we go. It's always like an orange mess, isn't it? These ration pack meals, they all look the same. Let's use the fork. Fork it! What film's that from? Fork it, and also we've gone on holiday by mistake. There's a bird flying overhead. I thought it was like a quad bike or something. Honestly, I'm uber paranoid now. Oh, there's a dog coming as well. I'll bring you back in a minute once the dog's gone, because they'll be all over me after this. It's like the world when his fucking dog turned up. Honestly, we've had 2 horse riders, a stray dog, all kinds of things. Next we'll have fucking aliens landing, I reckon. No one else must share the countryside with you, Tom. No, I'm joking, but it suddenly got really busy. I didn't see anyone, and then suddenly in the space of like a minute, like every type of person turned up. Yeah, anyway. Let's have a look at this. It doesn't look like it's completely cooked, but okay, the pasta's cold, but it's not crunchy. I mean, it's cooked already. It's a wet meal. It's not bad. I'm trying to find where these chicken meatballs are though. You know when you get a feeling that all you've got is like a tomato pasta? Seriously, I don't think there's any meatballs in this. I've lost my balls. Seriously, hang on, how do we angle this down? Right, that is all pasta. I'm trying to dig down to the bottom, and I'm telling you, I mean, it's not bad pasta, it's not bad, but I was really looking forward to the chicken meatballs. I've not swapped entrees, like main meals, out of this. Literally, I've kept it as it was. All I did was open it, had a look at it, and put it all back. I'm gutted about that. I was so looking forward to that. I don't really want to empty it out because it's more cleaning to have to do. I'd rather keep it in the pouch. Nah, that's all just tomato pasta. Chicken meatballs with pasta. Okay, that's a little bit disappointing then. I was just about to say this was really good as well. Oh, there's something a bit suspicious in that. What is that? Could be like pesto or something. If you don't hear from me for a while, you know what's happened. I've done a Steve and caught botulism. That's definitely not got chicken meatballs in it though. Everything else was fine. The 2 drinks were fine. All the sweet snacks were fine. That kind of stuff's easy to replicate, and you can't really get chocolate wrong, can you? You can't get a fruit sweet wrong. You know, the drinks I liked, but it's down to a matter of opinion really. Some people hate them. But this though, that's the biggest disappointment of the day. I was so looking forward to that as well. I mean, it's alright, but it needs something else with it. It needs the chicken meatballs. So, can't exactly write to the Ministry of Defence and go, I'm a civilian and I illegally bought one of your ration packs and it hasn't got meatballs in it like it said. So, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that was a look at I think it's United Nations Hindu Menu 1 12-hour ration pack. Hope you enjoyed that anyway. I'm going to finish off this disappointing main meal and the snacks because I just chucked them in my pocket quickly and legged it out of it before I got shot. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to finish that stuff off and then continue on with the walk. Hopefully that's a bit better. Anyway, cheers.
We then stroll through woodland on the top of the North Downs before descending through the lovely parkland of Godmersham Park. Here there is a glorious view over the 18th century mansion and the Store Valley.
It's about 3 PM now and the sun is already sitting quite low in the sky. It's beautiful looking, but it means I'm going to be possibly finishing the walk in the dark a little bit. The lunch break was too long. Get back to work! Anyway, still it's nice to be out, I ain't complaining. Christmas Eve walk, banging. we can see right over in the distance Canterbury and Canterbury Cathedral. I doubt the zoom is going to pick it up, but we'll try. It's somewhere about there, the cathedral, but it's not going to pick it up. It's out there though, you can see it with the naked eye. That looks amazing. I don't know if there's going to be any pubs open today, as it is Christmas Eve. They might have all shut early. Well, they might be open later. Anyway, doesn't matter because I've got a special cider in my rucksack which I would like to crack out. At this rate, because I don't really want to do the walk in the dark, because I want you to sort of see the whole walk, I might just sit and have the cider in the car.
The Georgian mansion at Godmersham Park was built in 1732. From 1797 to 1852 it was owned by Edward Austin Knight, the brother of Jane Austen. She would often visit him there and probably base some of the places in her novels on this area. Deer were introduced into the park in 1740, and the barn at Deer Lodge, identified by its clock tower, was used as a game larder. The lovely parkland has some fine old trees and great views along the Store Valley and to the hills of the Downs on both sides.
Merry Christmas. We'll see more of the village there. Hopefully it won't be too dark, because from the book it sounds quite interesting. There's Chilham Castle, which is privately owned now, you can't go in there, but we will get some views of it. I know the keep remains. There's the village green, so it all sounds rather nice. Chilham featured in a lot of films and period dramas as well. It was used as a set location a few times, so it's quite an interesting little place really, so hopefully we'll have enough light to appreciate that.
As we walk along Mountain Street, we pass two lovely black and white houses built in the late 15th century, Monckton Manor and Heron Manor. Later there are views of the house, lake and grounds of Chilham Castle. The first castle on the site was built in the late 11th century, but was replaced by a motte and keep early in the 1170s. The keep has a basement and two upper stories, and is unusual in being octagonal in shape and 40 feet in diameter. The curtain wall is 14th century and is still intact, standing 15 feet high. A new dwelling, also called Chilham Castle, was built next to the keep in 1616, surrounded by gardens and overlooking the River Store. The old castle and part of the land was sold off in the 1980s and is now a separate private residence. The walk returns past black and white timbered houses with a fine prospect of the Jacobean mansion of Chilham Castle over its lake, before ending in the village square surrounded by Tudor buildings.
Well, I'm back in the car at Taylor's Hill car park on the edge of Chilham, and that's the end of the video and the end of the walk. It's been enjoyable. It's been nice to do a solo walk for a change. As promised, wouldn't be Tom Outdoors without a cider, would it?
So I've got this customised Magners bottle from a client of mine at the gym. So it says, special Christmas cider, Tom Hill, have a great Christmas, enjoy. It's a 500ml bottle, premium Irish cider. So I'll read the back to you. Magners Original is a premium Irish cider crafted with the finest blend of 17 apple varieties picked from our orchards in Clonmel, Tipperary. Created by William Magner in 1935, we still use his original secret recipe to deliver the unique Magner's taste that is loved around the world. Enjoy chilled and in good company. Well, I'm not alone. I've got you guys watching the video, so I'd say that's good company. So let's crack this bad boy open, give it a try. Cheers to my client at work. She doesn't watch the videos. Can you blame her? There we go. I haven't had a Magners for ages. I feel like it's well earned after that walk. Cheers everyone. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas for tomorrow. By the time this is posted, I don't know, celebrate whatever you want because it won't be Christmas. Cheers. I like a Magners because it's not too dry, and you know, it's a plain cider, but they do plain well, I find, with Magners. I'd give a Magners, normally I would give it, say, a 5.5, a 6, but because it's a customised label, it's got to bump it up to a 7.8, I reckon. So there we go. Cheers. So I'm going to sit, polish that off. I might even just put the lid back on and save a little bit for Candice as well, because I'm going to be seeing her in a bit. I'm going to go and pick her up. So thank you very much for watching the video. As always, take care of yourselves everyone. Stay safe, look after each other, be nice to each other. Remember, get out there and explore. Life's too short. Cheers. See you soon. Bye.